So up until this time, I've been primarily funding the ministry on a year-by-year basis, but in 2010, we learned that it was going to be one final gift, and then we were going to have to turn our attention toward funding the ministry with donor relations and individual gifts.
The solution to the idea was to really understand that we were going to go all in and trying to become user-supported, which means developing a donor relations department to help us with the idea of letting users know that we had a need, and then also just whatever was necessary to foster that. Earlier, I had met Alan Pearson, and we had talked about this idea a little bit, and I invited him to address the board on the issue. And he laid it all out for us, and then he, interestingly enough, said, and it's going to be impossible for you to find somebody to fill this position. And so Frank asked, would you pray about you being the person to do it?
The ministry literally had an expiration date, as I had come to learn. My job was to build the infrastructure, the strategic plan, all the policies and procedures, everything that goes along with the long-term strategic plan for development. So the initial goals I proposed were, in a word, outrageous, and they were unfathomable to most. I wanted to create a goal that would make me completely reliant on God to get there. And so when you throw out numbers like 30%, which is beyond outrageous, when they pushed back on that number and said, how is that even possible? I said, it's not. It's not without God. And I want to be reliant on Him to achieve these goals. For most organizations, if you have a middle to high single-digit increase year over year, you're doing exceptionally well. To have a double-digit increase is really phenomenal.
We had an annual compounded growth rate of 33% in donations, which is unheard of. We don't look at that as any device of what we're doing, but that we go to Him in prayer all the time to saying, what do you want us to do? And we're not trying to be creative. We're just asking the Lord to provide. And He has all the time.